But just as important are the sleep cycles and wake windows and things like that. Well, I think actually probably more important is our children's sleep cues and what our children are trying to tell us. So I've highlighted here a couple of early sleep cues, things like red eyebrows, turning away, being a bit disinterested, and then some late cues, things like, hysterical crying or back arches or, off-track behaviour sometimes in older children when they just sort of get to that tantrum stage and they're just, you can't bring them around. If we're waiting at that stage and we're sort of not looking out and reading their cues of what their actual behaviour or their cues are trying to tell us, it's sort of remiss of us to work to the wake window. Often by observing our children and being guided by those sort of timings for what the routine should or can look like, we can sort of pick up on those earlier cues and we can allow time for the settling, and we can also take into account what our actual child's sleep maturity is. Often I have people, especially in that younger sort of newborn to 6-month period, that are like, I'm working to exactly the right, sleep wake windows, and my child's really overtired, and or they're still resisting sleep, and I'm doing all the things right to get their sleep pressure right and all of that. But what they're not taking into account is what their actual child's sleep ability is, what their child's sleep maturity is. So they could be working off wake windows that are suitable for a 6-month-old because their child's 6 months, but often their child might not have the ability or isn't linking cycles yet, or isn't able to achieve a self-settle, or needs more support, might need to do close contact naps and things like that to help to build that safety and security. And that's where it comes into play with, yes, we can have the sleep science perfect, but that doesn't mean that our child is necessarily going to be able to rest and fall off to sleep peacefully without these other sort of key sleep elements.